What's going on, everyone? Talen here with Talen Collects Figures, and we are back with another figure, and we actually have another one from Iron Studios, and this is going to be their Jean Grey. So I actually pre-ordered her a while ago, so it's been over a year now. I pre-ordered her back in like April, I think, of 2020. Yeah, I think I pre-ordered her in April of 2020. She did get kind of delayed because I thought her initial release was supposed to be in June, but I'm only getting her now in November of 2021. So yeah, I'm just getting her now towards the end of November here, but better late than never, right? So here is Jean in her box. So I really wanted this figure because I've been wanting a nice Jean Grey figure. I have a Phoenix Jean Grey, or her in her Phoenix Force form with the Kotobukiya figure I have, which actually, have I done a review at the time of this recording? I can't remember. If not, that one will be up at some point. But now we've got her classic look here when she's with the X-Men, so I really like this look. There was another Jean figure that I was looking at, but of course it was one of the more expensive ones because it was a 1/4 scale from Sideshow, and yeah, that Jean looked really nice. You have optional swap outs for the head, you have swap outs for some of like her psionic energy that can be radiating from her body. So, and I think there was even like a Phoenix Force type one where it's just got some flames coming off of her as an add-on, so that one looked really cool. But again, those 1/4 scales are just so expensive that I can't really bring myself to get any of those. But her from Iron Studios here at the 1/10 scale was a lot more reasonable in the price. She's $150 retail. I got her for, well, $160, but it includes the shipping that I paid because I got her when she was $20 off or $25 off. I've forgotten now, but yeah, she was at a slight discount when I first pre-ordered her, so that was nice. But as you've probably heard from me in the past, I'm not a huge fan of these 1/10 scale. I've gotten two so far from Sideshow, or not from Sideshow, from Iron Studios. One of them I really liked. The other one, there's a few issues with it that was kind of pulling me away from it, mainly with the face. I didn't think the face was very well done. So let's see what Jean here will do, if she'll break the tiebreaker in a good or a bad way, if it'll make me like the 1/10 scale more, or if it'll confirm my opinion that I'm just not a fan of the 1/10 scale. So let's get her out of the box and see what she looks like. Okay, so it looks like we have some assembly required here. So I've had it be both ways so far. So like I said, I've gotten two other figures from Iron Studios. One of them was pretty much fully assembled out of the box, and then one of them was kind of like this, where I had to put all of the pieces together. So let's see what she looks like here, because the one that was fully assembled was the one that I didn't like as much, because I just didn't like how the face looked. The one that was kind of in pieces like this, I think she looked good, but a few of the seams that they had just weren't very good, so that didn't fit very flush to actually... Oh, well, hello. This one's got magnets. The other one didn't have magnets. Maybe that's gonna help, because yeah, they just didn't fit very good into the socket. Like, I remember for the arm, I had to like really jam just to get the arm in there, because the kind of the shape that they carved out here wasn't, I guess, super accurate to the figure, so it just wasn't fitting in very good. But now this should, yeah, this just goes right in with a magnet. That is a lot better. I really like the use of magnets for figures. It just really helps out, make sure that everything stays in place, feels nice and secure. You don't have to worry about it wiggling free or falling off. So really happy to see that this one has magnets in it for putting the joints together. Ooh, this base looks really nice. We've got all of her psionic energy here just wrapping around the debris in the building here from the Sentinel attack, because this is part of a big diorama of the Sentinels attacking the mansion. So very cool looking. I really like this translucent resin right here. It just looks really good. Okay, so now we're moving on to the face, which is usually the make it or break it part of the figure for me. So let's see what this one looks like. Okay. I think this one turned out pretty good, actually. I don't really see much wrong with this face. There's enough detail on the face. Whereas the other one, it didn't have much detail. It was just really off color for the skin and just didn't look great. Whereas this one here, they have the shading is very noticeable. It really blends in well and brings out the features. I don't see any kind of like, you know, weird shapes or features to the face that kind of throw me off or draw my eyes away. Okay, so not bad. So now let's just put her together and see what she looks like fully assembled. All right, so we got her fully assembled here. So here's what she looks like all put together. I must say, I'm quite liking this Jean Grey figure, so I'm actually pretty happy with this one. Because I didn't know how I was going to feel after the first two that I got. But yeah, she's looking good. She's floating here, so I really like that kind of aesthetic that's going on. Or she's just coming off of the ground. All of the pieces snapped in great because of the magnets, so I'm really happy about that. A little bit of a seam on the neck, but it actually works just fine with her uniform. That was what I didn't like about the Emma Frost figure that I had, was that the head, when it went onto the torso, it left a weird gap like underneath her chin at the neck that just kind of looked really weird if you actually kind of saw it. Luckily there is a bit of a shadow, of course, cast by the chin there, so it's harder to see the seam, but when you actually notice it, it is pretty kind of like, it just looks weird and doesn't look like it flows very well with the figure and kind of pulls you out of kind of the image that the figure's got. But here with Jean, I think it looks great, actually. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I don't see any obvious kind of like flaws or damage from the manufacturer, so it looks like everything arrived intact for me. I didn't have any damages, so that's 3 for 3 for me, at least from Iron Studios here, where they've been packaged well enough that I haven't received any broken or damaged figures, so I'm happy about that. All right, yeah, so that is going to be Jean Grey from Iron Studios, the 1/10 scale here. And yeah, like I said, I'm actually really happy with how this figure turned out, and I'm pretty pleased that I actually decided to pre-order her. Well, I think she was actually the one that I pre-ordered first out of the 3 that I have. I believe I pre-ordered her first, then I pre-ordered Emma, and then I pre-ordered my Poison Ivy. And so far, Poison Ivy's been the one I've been the most disappointed with out of the 3. So I'm kind of sad about that, because I did really want a nice Poison Ivy figure. So I kind of think they missed the mark a little bit on that one. And I told you for the Emma, I didn't like some of the joints that they had for the connecting the pieces. They didn't have the magnets for her, so it actually feels like the arm is just barely staying in for one of them. And then for the other arm, I had to really push hard to get the arm in there, so there's kind of a little bit of a gap still because the pieces don't fit flushly. With the magnets here in Jean, they seem to just fit in really nicely, so I have no complaints about that. I think the figure looks nice. I already said I like the base, I like the way she looks, so yeah, I'm pleased with this one. And for the weight, she is a pretty lightweight figure in terms of her actual design. Maybe it's kind of like a hollowish material, so not the highest quality material that I've ever felt. They kind of feel slightly cheapish just because they're kind of like a little bit hollow to the touch, or to the like sounding when you tap on them. And just really lightweight just makes you feel like the figure is kind of more delicate and brittle. So that's one thing that I don't really like about it. But besides that, I'm pretty happy with the figure. And if you wanted to check here in terms of what the size would be, we can go ahead and measure her up. And she stands at almost 10 inches. The camera said it looks like it is exactly 10 inches, but if I look at it with my eye, it's just slightly below the 10-inch mark. So that's how tall she stands. It's not really much in terms of the width here. If we go to the max out from the hair to the hands, it's about almost 3.5 inches. So if you're curious about the measurements for the figure, there you go. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one here. Let me know if any of you collect any Iron Studios figures, if you've gotten like a full diorama, if you've collected a select few, kind of like me, of your favorite characters. Feel free to let me know how your experience has been with them, if you've been happy with their quality, and yeah, if they've been fulfilling your orders on time, because like I said, mine have been slightly delayed, but you know, it's probably just with everything that's been going on in the world, so I don't really hold that too much against them. But yeah, here we go, and that's gonna be it for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed, and of course I will catch you in the next one.